Connected pa siya. Dalawa. Okay na. Hi guys, welcome to my stream tonight, September 17, 2021. Nag-stream ba ako hapon? Parang di ata ako nag-stream kahapon. So, start off muna tayo with BTC and then the rest of some alts. As to the long-term view, still the same. I'm still expecting it to hit close to 300,000 by the end of the year or first week of January. Bitcoin cycle over the last few years is actually 4 years, 1 year down, and then 3 years consolidation plus up. If the history repeat itself, or if the previous cycle will repeat itself, that could possibly mean the cycle 3 will end December or January 2022 with a possible target close to 300,000. However, cycle may or may not repeat itself.
So let's see how this bull run ends. Now let's move on to the short-term view. We will use the Renko chart and possibly the candlestick, and maybe if I'll use some indicator, I'll use the EMA 30 and EMA 60, and then maybe the divergence indicator, or that's also an RSI. So let's start off with the candlestick. This I will be using the daily time frame. Well, if you remember, I'm still holding the one that I bought at above the previous CMC gap that have been filled, the 50,800. Wait, let's try to look at it. That was here, around that area. That let's try to Hindi pa ako nag-aano ulit eh. Hindi pa ako nag-a-add. But I do have a long position, test long. Because normally when I do my trades, uh, normally it's 4. I divided it in 4 different sizes. Well, if you try to look at it, it's still trading above the EMA 30. So at least it's holding, and maybe possibly by next week. Actually, I'm expecting it to trade within this 50,000, but I think it will fall short, and at least it's holding, and hopefully by next week it will retest the 52,000 or close to 53,000, which is around this area. The last time that I sold my long position was 52,500. So, or close to that. And the support I'm looking at is this area. Sa mga nagtitrade ng futures, ayaw ko ng week. Kailangan mag-set, though tinitignan ko yung 47,500 as support. Nabubutas kasi siya, oh. Yun kasi yung Renko bar. So, as much as possible, kapag naglalagay kayo ng stop loss, make an allowance. Minsan kasi yung nakakainis, yung na to, na-hit yung SL mo, tapos bigla siyang umakyat. Ini-stop loss ka muna. Ang kulit lang. So, yan. Isa yun sa mga reason kung bakit maximum of 4 ako mag-post ng orders. So, yun. Aside from, of course, zero liquidation kapag long, and then pag short, automatic yung stop loss ko is market stop. So, pag dito, since nag-hold naman siya, actually, antayin ko sana siya na since may existing position kasi ako, so, aantayin ko siya na mag-reverse. Kasi kung titignan mo using the Renko chart, i-delete ko lang siya. Hindi pa siya nagre-reverse. Though the trend is still uptrend pa rin naman siya, or now-hold pa rin naman niya, 'di ba? More or less. So, aantayin ko siya na mag-create or magkaroon ng confirmation of that reversal. Mas nauna nga lang yung candlestick kung mag-move. So, yun lang. So, for this one, 52,500 to 52,500, and the support at 45. Ito, yung kulay blue. So, kung mapapansin nyo, nagkakaroon na siya ng possible bullish bar eh. Yun nga lang, nalilito pa siya kung mag-create siya ng bullish bar. Yung kulay yellow na yan. This is 45. Support is 45. At saka 52,500 area. 52,500. So, meron pa rin ako. Since hawak ko pa yung 50,800, antayin ko na lang siya. Kasi pag nag-confirm to, 50,000 na agad eh. So, malapit na, di ba? Possibly, ang nilagay ko 52,500. Then, yung TP area ko. Pero hindi pa ako nag-a-add. And wala pa akong stop loss. Since, yung SL ko naman is 0. 1/4 pa lang kasi ng normal position size ko yung nakalagay sa ngayon. I mean, yung na done na posting ko. So, yun. So, I think yun lang yung sa BTC for uh, today. Wala akong may comment eh. Wait, try natin yung ano. Tingnan natin to. Currently forming a possible doji pa nga. This is 51.16. Same lang. Same lang sila. Wala masyadong ma-comment eh. Pero at least it's holding within this area pa din naman eh. Hindi ako masyadong nag-scalp ng ano ngayon, ng BTC. More on alts ako ngayon eh. Even Ethereum. Yung Ethereum ko na benta ko na kanina sa 3,600. I mean, stop loss actually siya. In-adjust ko and then na-stop out siya. Na-stop out siya at the gain. Kasi 'di ba na-open ko siya at 3,200. So, yun. Antayin ko muna siya kasi parang mag-form siya ng doji. And then, ito. Parang doji siya. Pero, ilang hours pa? Almost 2 hours pa. Bago mag-close. Pero since higher high naman siya, possibly, parang ganito siya. I think it will hold at that area. Pero syempre, on conservative note, antayin ko na lang siya na mag-close. Doon di ako nag-scalp ng BTC. Kasi kung mag-enter ako dyan, antayin ko pa. Isang candle pa lang kasi. Medyo risky siya at that area. Uy, ang ganda no. Hindi ko pala nakita yun no, sa 3 hours. Dito ka. Reversal. So, let's see. Antayin ko na lang siya mag-close. Basta antayin ko siya above 50,000 which is closer to my um, uh, previous entry. I mean, existing entry. Kasi dito, posible pa kasi siyang magtuloy-tuloy. At saka weekends na kasi bukas. Normally, pag weekends, it's low volume. Minsan, hindi rin ako masyadong i-trade on weekends eh. Do tinitignan-tignan ko siya. So, yun lang sa akin for now. I'll wait for the confirmation before I add to my existing long position. So, now let's try to look at maybe maybe let's try to look at the BTC dominance. I think it's been quite a while since I last check it out. But let's remove the drawings. Ayun na, nag-hold siya dito sa ano ba to? It holds around the 40 area. 40 ba to? Yeah, close to 40. Kaya the alts is bleeding because BTC dominance is gaining traction. Umakyat na siya. So, immediate resistance, support at 40 and then immediate resistance around this previous resistance around the 43 area. And then dito sa close to 50. Ah, ay ano ba yan? Breakdown naman sa 40. Yeah, 235. Sa ngayon, yeah, more on alts ako. It's because it's more profitable versus BTC. Though I also trade a BTC, perpetual. And then the gain from it, I settle in USD, and some of it, I buy some altcoins. So, yun lang. And now, let's move on to the alts. Remove lang natin yung drawings. Yeah, 250 na pala. Kasi dati, it's 200 area. 200 yung isang bar. Now, it became 250. I think the last time it's already at 250. So, for this one, let's just see. It's almost the same as BTC. It's holding above the EMA 30, which also serves as the support area. I'm immediately looking at the 3,370. This one. And then immediate resistance, this one before the 4,000 area. I do have a long position, but I changed the stop loss to 3,600, and I already closed that position from my average entry price of 3,200 area. So yeah, I'll just wait for it to reverse, or maybe I'll toss long tomorrow again. So pag dito naman, kapag gamit mo yung Renko bar, wala pa eh. Ano pa din siya? It's still pababa pa rin siya. So, antayin ko muna yung possible reversal nito. Pero at least, nag-hold na siya sa 3,250 area. So, yun na yung support na tinitignan ko. And then, immediate resistance sa 3,500. Okay. So, 3,500 pala. So, possibly, i-alarm ko siya sa 3,500. And then, pag nag-alert siya, I'll go long at 3,250 as SL, and then TP at 4,000 area. So, yun. So, that's my possible trade dito. So, antayin ko lang siya sa 3,500. So, kasi, sabi ko nga, at least 2. At least 2 yan eh. Diba? So, the risk reward is more than 2 if ever. So, I'll just wait for the reversal, or at least it will move a bit higher to 3,500 area. And then stop loss 3,250 and TP at 4,000. And then if I already have a gain, I will adjust the stop loss above my entry price. So let's see. What else? Oh, seems like Solana. Let's try to look at it. Oh, Solana. Seems like it's possibly be reversing, and it holds within that 135 support area. That's actually from mm, here. 135. Pero antayin ko muna yung, I will wait for the confirmation of the bar. But it holds at 135 support area. It seems like it's holding at that area. And then possible TP, of course, TP1 171. And then I'll just wait for it for a breakout and possibly TP at the all-time high around close to 220. So normally I do 2 TPs or take profit. So let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll take note of it. Ethereum 3.5 and possibly this one. So the confirmation is around 144. Breakdown to 135, 107. I think it's less likely, but yeah. If ever, let's put that there around the 107 area. If ever, it will break that 135 support area. So immediate resistance or TP at 171, a breakout to all-time high around the 220 area. So tingnan natin yung check lang natin yung candlestick. Mas nauna yung nag-hold siya. Hindi niya inabot to. So mukhang mag-hold siya. Okay, check natin yung. So napansin nyo din dito. Nasa baba na siya ng regular bullish 54.34. So possibly it will reverse na. And above this one. But of course, on conservative note, I'll wait for the confirmation, di ba? Halos same lang. Dito nga lang is TP ko is the 192 and then stop loss at 130. Actually, halos close lang din naman sila, di ba? 135 yung sa di ba? Ito. So, normally it's almost close with just a few dollar differences. But normally, when I trade, I use the Renko chart. It's actually less noise and I think it's more understandable. And I think when I started using it, I think my profitability goes a bit higher, in my opinion. Just kidding. So there is the Solana. Possibly this one. It really depends on the trader's plan. If you plan to trade it on a short term, at least set a risk reward that fits you. For me, I'm trading an asset if the risk reward is at least 2. If not, it's a no trade zone. I'll wait for a better or attractive rewards. Normally, I do 2 TPs or I'll adjust the stop loss. So, all still the same. So, more or less, possibly like that. But I'll wait for the confirmation above the 100. Was that 144 and it's now doing around 143 closer. So, yun lang. Sa akin dito kay dapat mas mababa. Wait lang Kasi minsan dapat at least may allowance sa low ng ng wick. So dapat yung stop loss ko at least 133. 133 dapat. Para at least or even 132. 'Di ba? At least may allowance a week. Diba? So, let's see tomorrow and within the next few days kung magre-reverse na siya. Bumaba siya kasi it's already overbought. Diba dito? Diba nung nakaraan? And dahil na din sa yun, nag-crash naman yung kanilang yeah, dito. Pwede mo makita yung latest news actually dito. Pero hindi pala siya It's an overall news pala. So, nagkaroon siya ng outage September 15. So, where is that? September 15. Here. Yung Doji pala siya, no? Doji pala siya nung Pero wala akong nun eh. Kasi hindi ko na din siya trinade din kasi mataas na dito sa area na yan. Though I have some Solana as a hold, I think I also get it from trading the perpetual Solana perpetual, and then I bought the Solana crypto, which I'm currently holding, and I also use that as a collateral for my futures trade. So anyway, let's see how it goes tomorrow and within the next 2 days. Kaso ang pangit ng weekly na ito pala, no? Possible pa siya. So, just a swing lang sa akin or scalp trades. Tingnan natin 3 hours. Ito yung 130. 134. Okay. So, from there, check ko lang So, gamitin ko to and nag ba siya? Hindi. Close lang. Naging close lang siya sa FIP, sa 0.618 pero hindi siya umabot sa 125, di ba? Umabot ba siya? No. It's just close to the golden fib. Let's see kung i-retest pa niya siya or kung aabot pa siya dyan. But it seems like I think it will possibly reverse na. Let's see. Nakasalalay pa rin naman sa na to. Bitcoin trend. So now let's move on to the rest. Let's look at the H bar. H bar, where is that? H bar. Oh, this one. Tinignan ko lang kasi kanina yung ano na to. Meron kasing nagpa-manage. Hindi naman actually manage. Ano ba yan? Wala, nagbigay ng pera tapos sabi niya bili ko daw ng crypto. Actually, former office mates ko sila. Some of them na nabenta ko na a few months ago. And then, yung dati kong roommate din, nabenta ko na din. And then, the remaining two, siya yung previous department head or boss ko nung nagtatrabaho pa ako sa Malate. And then the other one, ah, yeah, office mate ko din naman siya sa, um, naging office mate ko siya sa, in a company, sa accounting, I mean, sa audit department. So, siya yung nagtuturo sa akin dati nung nag-audit kami sa Cebu, yung first engagement namin. Siya pa yung nagtuturo sa akin, ano. Pero yun, ganun yung nangyari. So, sila, hawak ko pa actually, yung isa spot, yung isa is sinama ko siya sa futures. So, kino-compare ko ngayon tong dalawa. Um, yung futures is mas higher yung rewards niya. Syempre, it's more risky than comparing to spot. Kasi hindi ko masyadong ginalaw kasi yung spot. Pero, nung tinignan ko yung portfolio niya, ang binili ko is HBAR, um, XRP, and NEM. So, silang tatlo. So, si XRP, magkakaroon naman siya ng flare, songbird, and ano pa ba? 'Di ba? For the airdrop. And then, si NEM, meron naman siyang XYM. So, more or less, actually, same sila ng investment. But, yung spot actually, medyo close naman yung when it comes to returns. Yun nga lang kasi mas matagal yung spot. So, hindi pa siya hindi. Sa taas pala. So, naalala ko lang si H-bar. Kaya tinignan ko kasi kanina yung portfolio na. So, let's see. Mukha namang siyang mag-hold sa 0.382. Actually, that's uh, the previous. Hindi naman siya sa previous high din. More or less. 'Di ba? Previous highs. And each bar just allotted $5 billion for its ecosystem development. You can actually, I don't know if the news is here. Wait. Basta kung hanap kayo ng news, pwedeng dun sa mismong trading view or dito sa coin market cap. And then puntahan nyo na lang yung socials nila, social media. Alam ko it's they allotted 20% of their, where is it? I don't know if it's here. This one. They allotted $5 billion in each bar, or 10.7 billion each bar for their ecosystem development. So I think yun lang. And it's a sell on news, not just a sell on news. Nor it's also been over bought. Kaya yun. It need to correct. But it seems like might possibly be holding within that 40 cents. 40 cents is that? 41 cents. Yung H-bar na nabili ko sa kanya, yung sa office mate ko, I mean sa dati kong boss, nilagay ko siya sa savings, so it's also earning what's that? A few H-bar. Kanina, nung kinompute ko yung portfolio niya, hindi ko sinama pala yung yung interest niya from savings. So, yeah, kasi hindi ko siya ma-access. Bago ko siya ma-access, syempre, kailangan kausapin ko muna siya when it comes to, di ba may magsisend sila ng, ano ba yun? 6-digit something. So, yun. Pero meron akong copy ng holdings niya. Yan. So, let's see. Siguro, I'm planning to dispose most of them December or January. So, yun. Tapos, ibibigay ko na lang sa kanila yung pera. or maybe a part of yung investment nila. Syempre, kailangan ibigay na yung capital plus profit kung meron, 'di ba? And then the remaining na lang will be the pero antayin ko muna yung confirmation nito. Wait. Antayin ko muna yung confirmation niya. Oh, but it seems like it's holding though. So let's see. I'll just wait for the confirmation of the bar before I'll go long. Though H bar perpetual, I'm not actually trading the H bar perpetual. I'm holding it actually. It's one of my long term hold. Actually, I bought it since it was listed here in OKEX. That's 2019. So 2019, so almost 2 years. This is September. Yeah, 2 years. Nagano ba siya dito? Close to 38. Wait lang, check natin. Magkaiba pala yung ano niya. But more or less this is hindi siya nag 40 but 41 cents. So let's see. Antayin ko na lang yung confirmation din ng bar before making any trades. Oversold. How about this one? Di pa. But it's currently creating a possible bullish bar. Or baka mag-ano pa to eh. Wait lang, check natin. Almost the same din naman sila ng ano eh. Sumakto pala siya sa ano. Okay. So, let's see if this holds. Possibly it will retest the 58 kung mag-hold tong 41 cents. Pero kung magta 31 cents, mas okay sana, 'di ba? Doon ako papasok. Let's see. Ano pa ba? But still I'm looking at I think none at the moment. So kanina ETH Solana, discuss that, LTC XRP, and then what's that? H bar, and then yeah, I think that's all. H bar, Solana, ETH, and BTC. So yun lang. So kung may tanong pa kayo, swing trades kasi yung ano it really depends on yung time frame na gamit mo. Pero yung scalp, let me just explain the differences. When it's come to scalp, normally it's minutes or pag happy ka na or konting kita lang, i-close mo na siya. So normally minutes siya. Minutes or maybe a few hours. Yung sa scalp, it may be a few hours to a few days. Kasi ang trade mo kasi sa swing is the highs and the lows. So like for example, this one, 'di ba? Swing high, eto. So it will start from here to here, 'di ba? Kung na-capture mo siya or more or less hanggang dito kasi syempre i-set mo yung support and resistance, 'di ba? Dito mo pala muna. Like for example, ito. Ang ikukuhanin natin for scalp is this one ha. This area. I-ano ko lang. Ang kukuhanin natin is dito. Syempre dito mag-aabang na ako ng possible reversals, 'di ba? So mag-start siya from normally nag-trade ako upon confirmation to 2 to 3 bars. So dito 1 bar na 'yan, 'di ba? So sa second bar or sa unang bullish bar, nagtitest long na ako dyan. And then another dito sa third or second bullish bar. And then stop loss ko below this bear 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 Renko bar, or nag-adjust ako minsan ng or nag-add ako minsan ng allowance for the week, kasi ang pangit kasi minsan yung may stop loss ka just because of the week. So nag-adjust ako minsan ng a few allowance, like for example kung dito more or less, wait lang, try natin tingnan mamaya yung yung candle, wait lang. So ang i-trade ko to, so syempre ang immediate TP1 ko, diba ito? Kasi nga diba yan yung immediate resistance. And then possibly dito sa next dyan. So kapag sinabi nating swing, iti-trade mo ito hanggang ito. And then another possibly dito. So maglalast siya possible few hours to even days or even months. Kasi pag sa swing kasi, I mean pag sa Renko bar kasi, medyo mas matagal kang nakaka-ride compared dun sa, ano ba to? Compared sa candlestick. Though pwede mo din naman siyang gamitin in a lesser time frames. Ito kasi hindi ko kasi maano yung lesser, I mean lower time frames eh. Pero 'di ba ang pinakamatagal ko is actually I think 1 month. 1 month I think, XRP. Matagal ko siyang inantay. So eto each bar, hindi ko trade kasi yung ano niya. So yun. And then syempre swing low ulit pag nagkaroon ng possible reversal hanggang dun sa support area or sa stop loss mo ulit na tinitignan. And then pag day trading, syempre within the day close mo na siya, and then position it may be months to years. So yan. Baba, I think swing, scalp swing, day, and then position trades. So yun siya. But normally ako scalp and swing and then position trades. Yes. Scalp and swing ako when it comes to futures. Spot, buy and hold. Buy and hold ako ng mga good coins. Like for example, Sage Bar, mga hawak ko yan, mga ano pa ba. Basta more on coins ako versus tokens. Kasi nga 'di ba, sabi ko nga nagba-branch out kasi siya. At saka marami siyang possible revenue stream. Like for example, sa traditional company, 'di ba? Conglomerate, mas maraming subsidiaries compared to a single company, which is yun yung token na sinasabi ko. So ganun. Sa futures, pwede ba tumagal ng 1 month? Actually, yes. It can even be a 1 year. I think that's, or 1 year, or depends kung ano yung plan mo. Actually, I do hold the December 31 time-based futures. Dalawa kasi ang klase ng futures eh. Yung perpetual, which does not expire. But actually, in reality, nag-expire siya. Kasi nagkakaroon siya ng settlement every 8 hours or every hour depending sa exchange. And then the second one, yung wait lang So sa futures meron tayong two types, perpetual and the ano ba yan? Time-based futures. So eto kasi does not expire. Pero in a deeper sense, it actually expires using the funding rate. So nagkakaroon siya ng settlement that's every 1 hour or 8 hours depending on exchange. So nagkakaroon ng settlement yan depending on exchange. So nagbabayad ka, it's actually a possible income or a possible funding fee income or funding income or funding fee. So pwede siyang funding income or funding fee. So pwede ka rin naman kumita dyan or mag-incur ng additional cost. Pero maliit lang naman siya. And then yung time-based futures expires. Expires. So normally it's expire every month, quarterly or yearly. Meron akong yearly actually ending December 31. Na-open ko siya, I think, kailan ko ba siya na-open? I don't know, I think second quarter. I plan to close it end of the year. At least kasi dito, wala akong ine-incur na funding fee. So, magkakaroon lang ng settlement kapag nag-expire siya or close ko siya. So, like for example, sa XRP, which is 1 month kong hinold, perpetual actually siya. So, nag-incur ako ng funding rate. Minimum lang, maliit lang naman siya. Depending on your position. So, yun. So, dapat bantayan mo din siya. Kaya, napaka-importante niyan yung wallet balance mo. Kasi kung uh, wala na siyang balance, yun, magkakaroon ka ng negative. That may also cost liquidation of your position. So, yun. Normally 1 month. Yung pinaka-minimum sa time-based futures is 1 month. Then quarterly at tsaka yearly. But normally ang tinitrade ko kasi yung yung perpetual. 'Di ba? Mas makakagalaw ka kasi. 'Di ba? At least hindi siya nag-expire compared dito, 'di ba? Pag namali kasi yung trend mo, 'di ba? Wala kang masyadong though um pwede ko pa ring mag-tranche. Kaso mag-expire kasi siya. So pag nag-expire siya, syempre settle mo either a gain or a loss. Dito, yun, pwede mo pa siyang malaro, 'di ba? Just add additional capital or add up more to your portfolio para at least mag-adjust yung average entry price mo. Yun. Ito, basta, ewan ko, parang mas profitable ata ako ngayon. Pero, syempre, ito, bago ko siya na ang dami ding liquidations. And, yeah, hindi naman ako liquidation proof. It's just that, when going long, yeah, zero or NA liquidation. So, yan. I think that's the proper risk management sa akin if I have those liquidation. Else, pag may nakita akong liquidation kahit $1 lang siya, ibig sabihin, I'm not managing the risk enough or better. So, yan. Kailangan mag-add ako ng additional capital or magbawas ako ng position size. So, yun. Ganun lang siya. And then, ano pa bang nangyari? Wala na akong na nangyari today eh. Or, nangyari sa Byte. Tingnan natin tong si Byte. Di ko rin alam kung anong nangyari sa kanya eh. Pero at least, kung titignan mo lang siya, 'di ba? Kung pang-hold lang, I think walang Byte na Walang Byte na futures. Yeah, walang Byte. So, more on spot lang siya. Pero kung titignan ko siya, syempre, the risk reward might be higher. Might be attractive. So, check natin siya. Di ko rin alam kung anong nangyari. Bakit siya umakyat? Well, aside from, it's already at. Check natin yung isa. Tsaka to. Okay. Nag-hold din siya. Nagkaroon ba siya ng ano? Okay. Sige, sige. Let's see kung mag-ano pa siya dyan. Wait, what's the news? Listing na sa listing and ah, kaka-release lang ba nila tong ano? Ito, may mga farming something na sila. Kasi few days eh. Yan, listing with the ano lang. Listing lang naman. Wait, check ko lang and then meron na siyang staking something. And they are also entering into NFTs. So, yun lang. Eh. Ano ba yung market cap nito? 51. So, at least ano pa siya? Mababa pa siya versus the rest. And 1, 2, 3, 1 billion. So, possibly kung madaming mag-develop at gumamit ng byte, possibly kaya niya yung 1 billion market cap divided by 50. 20 times more or less. Check natin dito. Ito. Wait, I don't know what's the all-time high? 34 cents. This is okay. Okay lang. Ano ba to? Times 2. Times 2 more or less. Or 200. 100 times 2 to times 3. Or a return of at least 200% or 250% kapag na-hit niya yung all-time high. Mas gusto ko to. Mas kasi siya. Mas naiintindihan ko siya, 'di ba? O 'di ba? Mas simple siya. So, yun. Meron ba ako nito? Actually, wala ako nito eh. Siguro babasahin ko muna. Or pag may kita na ulit ako pa sa futures and then maybe I'll add some. Kasi it's a spot eh. Kasi ita-transfer ko pa sa magkakaroon pa ako ng transfer from different exchanges na ito eh. Saan ba to? Market. Magkakaroon ako ng transfer to other exchanges. Though, mura lang naman yung transfer fee. Pero syempre, sayang pa rin yun, di ba? And then, what else? Check nga natin tong mga, ano ba to? Spotlight. Nung nakaraan si Gala, grabe, parang ang laki ng inakyat niya nung nakaraan eh. Oh, yes. Hindi si Ayota. Ayota kasi na-trade ko kanina. I mean, nag-open ako kanina. Ito, Wala naman tong ano eh. Wala yan sa, I think, wala siya sa, wala siyang futures. It's more on spot trading lang. Hindi ko maintindihan yan. Let's see what happened. And, ilang days pa lang to? Kakalis lang ba niya? Wait lang check natin. I mean, dito. Hindi 2020 pa siya eh. Siguro mali lang yung nakuha natin na ano. Ito. Same lang din. Ito. Daily, kakalis lang. So, so, hindi ko siya makita. Yung whole picture niya. Even dito eh. So, gamitin na lang natin. Ito. Nagkaroon kasi ng ano dito, volume divergence. Pababa siya dito, 'di ba? Tas pataas. So, kaya tignan mo, nag-breakout siya dito. From, from 0 more or less 4 cents or 35 cents. I mean, 0.36 or 35. Tapos, to its current price, which is 0.08. O, diba? So, kaya minsan tinitignan ko siya kasi minsan yung mga nandito sa trading view, hindi niya nakaka-capture yung iba kasi nga depende sa listing period ng exchange. So, katulad nito, 'di ba? It's already been listed 2020 pa, September 2020. Dito, ilang araw lang 'yan, 'di ba? So, 'yun. So, minsan chine-check ko talaga din ito. Tsaka dito pa lang makikita mo na, sayang, hindi ko nakita. Joke. Ang laki ng ano, no? It's actually a play to earn din. But hindi ko siya, Hindi ako naglalaro ng ganyan. Tataas pa ba siya? Sa ngayon kasi, siya eh. At nag-hold siya. Ang bias ko kasi sa BTC, it will trend higher within the next few days. Ang tinitignan kong entry point is the 47,500. But since I already have the 50,800 na current long position, BTC perpetual, so hindi pa ako nag-a-add ng position unless it's will be confirmed more or less. I'm expecting a possible confirmation to 50. So, kung wala ka pa, pwede, I think pwedeng test long para sa akin kung wala pa akong existing entry. Sana. ayoko pang mag-add eh. Antayin ko na lang siya sa 50,000 saka mag-add kasi nga 'di ba 58,800 ako. So more or less pag nag-add ako sa 50,000, 50,400 area. Yan. Tinitignan ko na lang is the other alts, which is si Ethereum more or less 3.5, 'di ba? 3.5 yung tinitingnan ko di sa Ethereum eh. So, yun. And, yeah, always measure the possible risk reward. Like, for example, kung dito, ma-confirm yung hindi ko kasi alam kung paano kayo mag-trade eh. So, yun. Normally, kapag at least 2 na sa akin, dun ako nag-entry. 40, 45. And then, this is 2,500 area. So, yun. And then, pag may kita na, adjust na lang. Kasi minsan, imbis na kumita pa ako, minsan na-stop out pa. Kaya, yun. Kaya ako, instead of um, fix yung stop loss, is actually, I use a trailing stop loss. Or ako yung nagtitrail or nag-adjust ng mismong stop loss. 'Di ba? Para at least, in case of reversals, edi nakapag-TP pa ako. Like, for example, kanina, ano ba yung trade ko kanina? It's, um, ano na ba yung na-trade ko kanina? Na bigla siyang nag-reverse eh. Scalp lang kasi siya. Hindi ko maalala. Wait lang ah. I'll try to check it. Um, siya na. Parang wala siya dito. Yeah, I remember si Ojo. Ojo Prep. Ojo Prep. O, diba? Scalp ko to kanina eh. 1 hour. Kung meron lang sanang 1 hour na run ko chart, mas okay sana. Ito, in-adjust ko siya sa 3 up 15. Diba? So, na-stop out ako and then gain pa rin siya. So, ngayon, pwede na, since mas mababa na siya, pwede ko na din siyang laruin ulit, diba? So, ganun ako mag-trade. Tsaka depende rin kung ano yung plano mo, kung spot lang ba siya or future siya. Kasi kapag spot, pwede kang mag-hold lang. Hindi ko alam kung plano mong mag-hold or talagang mag-trade din. Hindi kasi ako nagtitrade sa spot. Parang, ewan ko, parang hindi ata ako. Di, pwede ka rin ano dun eh. Pwede rin namang mag-tranche. Kaya lang, parang yung liquidity kasi nung spot minsan, hindi siya ganun ka-liquid din. So, yun. Mas marami kasi nagtitrade ng futures kaya dun kasi ma-action eh. Ang kalit lang eh. Volume chart. Normally, I don't use the volume chart, but I use the volumes here. Oh yeah, maybe we can also add that one. But I think for this one, there is a volume divergence. Yeah, that's why I trade it. Ito pa lang oh. Diba? And there. This is because of partnership, I think, with TikTok, I think. Yeah, if I remember it correctly. Because I traded there. I started trading it during that time. Let's try to check it. Anong day yun? August pa yun eh. Pero medyo matagal na pala. Pero alam ko they have a partnership with TikTok. Yeah. Yan, TikTok. There. That's why it pump. Anyway, right now, it is higher than the average. For normally when I do my trades, I'm not using the volumes within the exchange, but I'm looking at the whole. Normally it's coin market cap or coin gecko, the volumes around that one. Like for example, for this one, I'm looking the volumes here. And ano, nagkaroon na siya ng ano dito. So yun, volume chart sabi niya. Kasi mostly traders, syempre chinecheck nila yung volumes. Actually, chinecheck ko din naman. And yeah, dito nga lang siya sa coin market cap ko siya chinecheck. So that all the volumes on all exchanges is total volumes, not the exchange specific. volume. But more or less, it's still the same, the same divergence, volume divergence. So let's see. What else did I don't know if this is the all time. Was this the all time high? $5. Uh it's fall short, so maybe not the prep one. Ojo USD. It's went there. $5. Medyo magkaiba sila ni ano, no? Different from the perpetual one. So that's, I don't know. I'm not looking at it, the Ojo. I mean, it's not in my watch list. Sure, sure. Oh, that white. Parang parang single digit lang ba kanina siya? Hindi ko napansin, double digit na pala siya. Wow. Anyway, what are the best indicators for you? Best indicator for me, normally I just use the chart, the candlestick or the Renko chart because it's less noise. But if ever I'll be using an indicator, I normally use this divergence indicator and the EMA. I think that's just it. The simpler, the better. But if you want other indicators, I think you can add more, and you can even subscribe to TradingView and try all those indicators. But the thing is, the more indicators that you have, sometimes they also have different signals. So choose the indicator that will fit, that will actually fits you, and will give you more profit. There are some MACDs, whatever, Bollinger Bands. There's actually a lot. But if you can just trade the basic support, resistance, and of course with the volumes, as much as possible, get the volume from the total of all the exchanges. You can use the coin market cap or coin gecko, and yeah, I think from there you can make your own analysis, and at the same time just couple it with the fundamentals. Normally I trade coins. Normally I trade coins as as my long-term holdings. I mean, I buy and hold coins. And then for futures, I normally trade the top 32 um, based on volume. So because futures, I want the liquid one because liquidity have a cost. So there. Yes. So do you have other questions? Divergence indicator. If I use one, if uh, if I will use indicators and EMA 30 and 60. 30 and 60 with source is open high low close. Cause for EMAs you can choose your source, which is I think sometimes you can use this one, the open high low close, open high and low close, and there's no yeah, but I use the open, high, low, close as a source. And then for divergence indicator, my overbought level is actually 80, but the normal one is I think 70, and then the oversold, I use the 20. uh, and yeah, you can check on the others. Normally they use 30. Why I change that? So that at least more or less it's extremes, because almost all traders are already looking at the 70/30. So there. And yeah, you can also use this one, the regular bearish and the regular bullish, as a possible indicator also to buy or to sell. So I think that's it. But if you can trade without the indicator, I mean with just the basic support resistance trends, I think that's more than good enough. More than good enough. Pero ewan ko lang, parang mas simple kasi sa akin yung ano eh. Simple lang yung walang masyadong indicator. But of course, the volume, I normally use the totals from all exchanges. Naku, ano pa rin, nahirapan pa rin siya. But at least it's above the 47,500, which I look at the support, immediate support area. So, let's see kung mag-hold siya doon. Ang pangit lang kasi pag nag-trade ka tapos na stop loss ka, na week ka lang, scam week ka. Ang kulit lang eh. At least, so let's see, at least above pa rin naman siya. So, yun. And, yeah, above siya ng EMA 30 eh. XRP. XRP USD. I don't know. Did I trade it today? No, I did not trade it today. But I do hold it. I started buying it December, I think 2020 something. Uh, when they have the issue with the SEC. Just consolidating. Well, personally, I will wait for a breakout from the consolidation area. This is actually a fake wick. Fake wick, fake. That one. So I'll just use this area and that. Since it's in between EMAs and also in between this consolidation area, I'd rather wait for a breakout above 1.15. That's the immediate resistance I'm looking at, and then the support I'm looking at is the $1. So breakout to 1.15 to 1.40 area. So yan. Ano lang siya, immediate support and resistance lang siya. But I think the Songbird one, the flare, wait, I don't know if the flare spark. I think they already released the Songbird. I think I read it somewhere. But I just don't know if it's but they're still waiting for possible stabilization of it, or they could make another, I mean, they could return it to the Genesis one. So it really depends, though it's already released. So maybe I'll wait for a few more days. Though I'm currently holding it, the spot one, but the futures one I'm not trading it, because it will make me add more risk to my current holdings. But yeah, basically, since it's consolidating, I'll wait for a breakout at immediate resistance of 1.15, and then possible next resistance to 1.4, and then support at $1. So end of the year, I'm actually expecting it more than $4 end of the year. That's why I'm holding it, because the highest is, I think, more than $3. But of course, it still depends on how the market goes. So breakout to 1.40, possibly this close to $2. So let's see. Um, Maybe I'll just delete the fake wick. Ah, I did not include the support here. For sideways, normally I'm not trading the sideways unless it's already at extremes. Since this is at the middle of that consolidation, it's a no trade zone for me. Unless it's within this area, within the close to the support area, which is the $1. I can trade that to the next, or to the immediate resistance within that consolidation. But if it's at the middle, the price is at the middle, it's a no trade zone for me. So yeah, I think that's it. What else? Maybe let's try to look at this one. Also the Renko chart. Currently forming a possible bearish. So the support here is, ah they have the same $1 and 1.4. See, it's just much simpler to look at the Renko bars. Then possibly this within the close to $2. Just that it's still, let's look at the high. Yeah, it's actually resist at that trend, and this one. Oh, but it could might retest the $1. So the resistance at 1.40. Okay, at least. So if you're a long-term holder like me, I'll just wait for the breakout within this long-term resistance trend, with a possible target upon breakout, if it breaks that area to, let's just try to look at it, because my target is more or less because my target is 4 or 5. My TP area, more or less. But yeah, of course, since it did not yet break the area, let's wait for that breakout. For now, just uh, within this area, 1 to 1.4. Break down to 1, I don't know if it will still go back to that 60 cents. So that would mean a BTC will break down also 60 cents. So let's see. But since I accumulated some XRP and actually I use it as collateral also in my futures trade, yeah, since my valuations goes up, so I can take on more risk. I think it's one of I think it's one of my biggest portfolio. One of the biggest, I think. Biggest alts. Other questions? Mm, what's my alert anyway? Oh, that's why. Okay, I see. Wait. I remember that's why. That's why I see. Because I think I turned it off last stream and I did not turn it on. Maybe I'll just turn it on. That's why I'm not making any move because I'm not hearing my alert. Though my plan for BTC is that to add more when it hit 50,000 or so. Mm. But actually right now most of my trades are actually alts because it's much more profitable in my opinion. But I'm looking more on coins, the top traded ones. What else? Did you trade? Exchanges. Oh no, not the exchanges. The rankings. So year to dates, the biggest gainers is Telcoin. Actually, I don't have Telcoin. Axie Solana and the biggest loser. The biggest loser is Nem. Yeah, it's actually I'm not actually trading much here. Nem, the perpetual one, because it's too slow. Too slow. It's like not moving. See, I don't know what happened to Nem, and I think the ranking of Nem goes lower and lower, and still even at a bearish bar. And if you look at the trend, well, I don't know if this is the complete one, is still on a downtrend. So I'll wait for. That's why I'm not trade. You can trade within the downtrend area, though. So there. But I think it's not complete since it's a perpetual one. And no volume pickup, not much. I think this was because of the XYM airdrop. And and all-time high 2.09. And I don't know what's the update here after that airdrop. Oh, they have the new wallet update. Maybe what's the maybe I'll not look the SM, the ZEM. Oh, possible double bottom. The 2 point, yeah, possible. But if you could wait, it's a possible double or triple bottom. Double bottom. Wait, check natin yung ano. Pag candlestick kasi masyado ng nagko-consolidate lang siya. But near the bottom, using the Renko chart. So, if you could wait, 'di ba? Pero depends on the development of the project eh. So, and 'di ba? Kasi immediate sana dito, close to $1 supposedly ang tinitignan ko. Yun nga lang kasi medyo it's actually very, I don't know, very slow. Very slow. But yeah, it's much more on a hold if you could try to hold and wait and possibly if it holds more or less, let's make an adjustment. Yeah, just wait for a possible update on their social medias. Because right after the XYM, I don't know, I don't have much trades on it. Actually, I sold my XYM already. XYM, their airdrop. I think it's 1:1. I don't know which one listed it first. Even their XYM is also on a downtrend. Diba? Ayun na, nag-ano na nga eh. Nag-breakout na nga, bumalik pa. So, there. Nandyan pa. So, possibly retest this immediate 0.09 breakdown to 0.02 more or less, or within that this area. Oh, where is that? Pag nagtuloy-tuloy siya, 'di ba? Dito. Ay, ano ba yan? And resistance at 20 or 18 cents. Yan. So, I think that's it. Yeah. I just turn on my alert at 47,500 and the 45,000 area. What else? Yeah, I think nothing more. If none, I will end the stream. I hope everyone is trading well. I hope everyone is trading well. Oy, trading well. Bye-bye. Okay. Mm. Yeah, maybe I'll add the one with ecosystem development. Ecosystem development. Because the latest one is the H bar. I think it's the biggest one because it's worth uh token name. I mean name symbol. Name symbol allocation. Allocation and in dollars and USD and comment. Because and then the source. The last one is the H bar. That's Hedera. Maybe I want to monitor this one. I think there's also Shallow, Avalanche, FTM, and the rest. 5 billion. 5 billion. Oh, I mean here. 5 billion. 5 billion. And the source is their latest second anniversary. Diba ba yun? Avax, FTM, Shello, ano pa ba? So maybe I'll just summarize it once so that at least I'll know which ones have the biggest allocation for its ecosystem development because I know it's the Hedera one. Actually, it's also one of my long-term hold because the more budgets, the more that the ecosystem will also grow. Well, in my opinion only. So there you go. Bye guys. And ba't na nakaganyan? Byte. Parang kanina, parang lumiit siya. Ano nangyari kay XTC? Pero antayin ko na lang siya na nahihirapan pa siya eh. Posible pa itong bumaba dito sa alert level ko which is the 45,000. My alert is 45 and 47,500 area. Oh, where is it? Yeah, 9:30. Okay.